Hello everybody, and welcome to the Geronimo Network, and thanks for tuning in to Gaming with Geronimo. Today, we're kicking off a brand new adventure through one of the greatest JRPs of all times, Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King. But we're doing this with a twist. We're actually going to be playing a modded 3DS version. Look folks, this isn't just nostalgia. This version moves faster, it hits harder, and it looks sharper. I'll let the story play out naturally, but I'll fast forward through some of the grindy bits to keep things moving. And don't worry, I'll walk you through special grinding tips like metal slime hunting and whenever that time comes. We'll go through a few other things in there just to show you some tutorials on how to do it. But all in all, we're just going to try to get through this game as quick as possible and let the story run. Look folks, if you grew up playing the PS2 version or the mobile edition, which is like the PS2 version, or maybe you're just new to the series entirely, don't worry, your folks are in for a treat. So all I can say is sit back, relax, hit that like button, tap subscribe, and share this journey with someone who needs a little JRPG magic. Look folks, let's dive in. Before we get started, my wonderful pink rock candy controller, Switch controller, that's what we're going to be using to play this game. And then, of course, I wouldn't go unnoticed without saying, as I'm a diehard fan, I do own the mobile version, and I have the 3DS and the PS2 version. If you want to compare side by side with PS2, I can probably do that later. I'm working on trying to be able to record it because the video output is a very low pixel rate compared to what most of our modern TVs are like today. So, work in progress. But let me know in the comments below. Look, folks, if you're looking to get into Dragon Quest and you're new to the series altogether, I'm going to tell you right now, Dragon Quest VIII and Dragon Quest XI are probably the best games to enter into this franchise. It'll give you a more modern look on how the game is played and how it's advanced into the current gaming mechanics. However, once you get those two games or one of them under your belt, I would definitely start with Dragon Quest III and then work my way to Dragon Quest I and Dragon Quest II, also formerly known as Dragon Warrior for the Nintendo. There is the 2DS versions for Dragon Quest I and II that's coming out in October, and just not too many months ago, the Dragon Quest III 2DS version was released, and I own that one as well. And I plan on owning the others come October. But look, folks, we don't want to wait anymore. Let's get into this. Let's enjoy this grind. I'll give you commentation as we get through in the game. I'll get the music adjusted for you too, so it'll be a lot quieter. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take this time to create a new adventure log. We're going to have the ability to continue suspended adventures, which you can only save in one spot, so it'll overwrite any other spot that you have. You only have 2 adventure logs that you can take, so we're going to go ahead and click on the second one. As you can see, I got this one leveled out with Gov. We're actually going to name this one Geronimo, as it would be fitting. So, and use this name, and now we are off. I'm going to try not to rush through these cutscenes, but if I accidentally push a button, I do apologize. I was able to upscale the graphics for you, so you're going to see the clearest content possible for this game at this time. What I'm seeing on the 3DS is a little bit more pixelated, but for you guys, it's going to look pretty good.
Oi, Gov!
Yangus is my favorite.
It's gonna get dark if we hang about here much longer.
His accent, it actually sounds a little bit kind of like Jason Statham. Pretty cool.
Let's head into town. There's better places than this to spend an evening. Shake a leg, Gov.
All right, so I have control of my player. Really quick, I'm just going to take care of the sounds. So let's get in here, go to our settings. We're going to take the music down to 1. Now that should be really nice now. Your quick save will allow you to save in that one spot, on the spot. So if you go and you're getting ready to fight a boss, hit that quick save button. We'll work about skill points and tactics a little bit later. But let's go right over here. We're going to take this one on the right, some medicinal herb. Got that one, and let's go talk to him.
I've probably said it before, but it beats me how you ended up working for an old codger like him. Not that I can talk, though, eh? Guess people say the same thing about me. Working for you.
Old codger? I do hope you're not referring to me. What would you know? A lowlife like you wouldn't recognize nobility if it came up and bit you on the ah! Enough dilly-dallying. Where's the princess? I can't see her anywhere.
So before we go on, just so you know, the mods that we're doing in this game is I have where the character text comes up instantly. So we can get through the text. You can read it a little bit faster as we're listening. Another mod that I have is how fast my character moves. So my character is moving significantly faster, and that'll allow us to get from A to B a little bit faster. And then the next mod that I have 2 more mods. The next 2 mods that I have tie hand in hand together is I have a 10 times boost in my XP and gold earned. That's just going to allow us to level up just a little bit faster for the grind. This game, you can put in 100, 200 hours into it very easily. We're not going to do that here. We're going to get through it relatively quick. So by having these mods in here, I'm sure that down the road you guys will appreciate the shorter versions of this video or of this series as compared to the other series that are out there that are going 90 and 100 plus episodes. We're definitely not going to reach that number in episodes. But with that, let's get back to the game. That's not a princess.
Oh, here comes trouble, Gov.
All right, so we're getting ready to get into a battle sequence. As this is a JRPG, it's a turn-based JRPG. It means we take turns. I attack them, they attack me, vice versa until the battle's done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the speed of these fights to fast, get us through it, and now we're going to fight. I'm going to attack one slime right now because if one of my heroes kills it, then the next hero will automatically move to the next slime, and that'll be kind of my speed strategy of getting through this game a little bit. There will be certain matches and certain battles where I will focus deliberately another type of character for some other reason, and I'll kind of explain that a little bit as we go. Let's get it going. As you can see, the hero didn't kill him on the first hit, so Yangus was able to go and clean it up. So 30 experience and 60 gold. Folks, when you're playing this game without the mods, you're not going to get that much experience in gold. So we're leveling up already, and we haven't even really started the game. Yeah, let's go. Getting it done. And another medicinal herb. That medicinal herb will heal us up.
Well, they certainly took
by
us
30
by
HP at a
surprise, but nothing we couldn't handle, eh? Now, where's the princess? Where's my Medea? My precious one and only daughter?
Trode is something else.
Ah! There you are! Thank goodness you're safe, Medea!
Hey, hey! The horse princess is back. I say we make a move now, before it gets dark.
And now we move into the intro scene of the game. So new to the series, or new to the game, there are going to be spoiler alerts. So if you don't like spoiler alerts, then as much as I would tell you not to view, it's best that you don't view. So you have been forewarned. Spoiler alerts, spoiler alerts. So at some point down the road, I'll go ahead and post a video on a little bit of the timeline and the lore of the franchise, just to help you folks understand. But there's a lot of stuff going out there on it. This came out at about the time that Final Fantasy was coming out and that Legend of Zelda was hands down the best RPG at the time. This version released in, I think, 2004, 2005. It was released in Japan first, and then it was released in the United States about a year later. And the PS2 version is a little bit slower and is not as streamlined as the 3DS. So the 3DS definitely gives you a modernized, updated twist version of how to do this with some extra content. So we're going to get to play some of that extra content as well. This is not a comprehensive walkthrough. So if you're looking to know everything, I'm sorry folks, we're not going to do it. We don't have the time. We're just going to get you through the series and the storyline. Right now we're in the town of Farebury. It's our first town that we access in the game, and that we will always have access to once we get the ability to teleport, or what the game calls zoom. We'll learn that here in the near future.
Yes! Yes! Here we are. If my memory serves me correctly, this is the place. This is the town where Master Rylus lives.
Hold your horses, Grandad. I thought it was Dolmagus we was after.
I am not your Grandad. And of course Dolmagus is our man. He's the one who turned Medea and I into such laughing stocks. But that dastardly magician can't hide from us forever. We must track him down and lift this confounded curse.
So we have a curse. And it's tied to Dolmagus and Master Rylus.
Oh, just look at my poor Medea. And we'd only just settled on her engagement to the Prince of Argonia. Oh, that despicable Dolmagus. That's why it's imperative we locate Rylus. Will you go and find him?
Yes, and we're going to try to answer all the questions the way they're intended to be asked, but you can say no or yes respectively, and you can see the outcome for yourself. Some of those different answers will give you different results.
That's the spirit. I knew I could rely on you. I'll be waiting here.
All right, so we have the opportunity to control our character for a little bit. If I use my top L and right buttons, I can move around the camera to pan it where I need it to go. If I use my right analog stick, right goes to the left, left goes to the right, so it's kind of confusion. So I just stay with the top left and right buttons. And then, of course, my left analog stick is going to move me around accordingly. So as you can see, I'm moving it, and my character is moving. I'm panning, pan left, pan right, pan left. And then my top buttons moving as I need to move. So this controller is mapped exactly the way the 3DS is set up, so that helps out too. So character, I have the mod set up so he can move super
Oi,
fast.
Gav.
So Yengus wants to join me.
You weren't thinking of going without me, I hope?
Nope.
I'm the best there is when it comes to looking for people. It's my piece of resistance, isn't it?
Yep, Yengus is the bop king. He bops people all over the place. He's going to be my bruiser for sure.
Let's get going, eh?
All right, so as we get going, as I was mentioning before, is if I'm walking with my left analog stick, it's going really fast. In the actual gameplay, when it's not modded, it goes much slower, kind of at this pace. So it takes a while to get through the game. Okay, so just something to keep in mind when you're playing. All right, so we're gonna go this back way here. There's a house, a little bit of rubble. You can talk to some kitty cats and what have you. We're not gonna go in every house, but when you're playing the game for yourself, I recommend for you to get in there and search the entire open world. This is a pretty massive open world, especially thinking about something that came out in 2004 and 2005. Compared to the games today, this was absolutely a game changer during that time. So you can click and break these barrels to get a little goodies in it, and some barrels you're not going to get anything. Just keep that in mind, but you just got to start cracking them down. There's a lot of good walkthroughs online. If you want to go through them, they'll walk you through every little thing, every little detail. All right, medicinal herb, we need that. So we're going to go ahead and go in here into the bar or the pub. Lots of pubs in this game. And as a person of faith, my beliefs, I don't have a problem drinking a beer. My challenges go if you're being silly and stupid and you're getting drunk. I definitely would not encourage it, nor do I support or condone it. So I drink a beer with you, but that's about as far as it's going to go, and preferably at my home. But let's get this game going again.
Haven't you had enough, Mr. Kalderasha, sir?
Kalderasha.
I'm sorry, but I've got a business to run. This haphazard fortune-telling of yours is costing me a fortune in free drinks.
What? My fortune-telling? Haphazard? Are you a complete fool? Let me tell you something for free. All fortune-telling is haphazard. What do you expect? Anyway, so what if I saw it? So what if I foretold the fire? If I tried to stop it, then what? It would only have led to another disaster. That's what.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kalderasha, sir. I don't follow. If you're saying you knew about the fire, shouldn't you at least have warned Master Rylus?
Yes, poor Rylus. How many times I argued with the old man. I cannot believe he's gone.
Well, it looks like Master Rylus had died. That's too bad. All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk to Mr. the Great Kalderasha to continue moving and triggering the next scene.
What? What is it? You! Come, show your face to the Great Kalderasha. Yes, yes.
Quick! Quick! Everyone come quick! There's a monster in town! Just come and see! The whole town's gone crazy!
So I'm going to go back the way I came because some of the other paths are actually blocked.
What the? This ain't good, Gav. Come on. Look lively.
Genghis always calls the hero Gov, so I always find it fitting to name your character Gov when you're playing, but we're doing Game with Geronimo, so we're going to name him Geronimo.
He looked at me.
Oh, it's hideous.
It's hideous.
Get out, monster! You're not welcome here!
Oh man, they're stoning him. These guys are mean. Aw. This game has a really great storyline. Definitely some emotional triggers in there, but enjoy it thoroughly. There we go.
Well, that was a fine reception.
I notice the name is now King Trode.
Do you
More to follow.
realize who I am? Judging a book by its cover, don't they know it's what's inside that counts?
Yeah, you can say that again.
So then, did you manage to find Master Rylus?
Yep.
What? He's dead? Oh, no, no, no! Well, I suppose there's no point crying over spilt milk. It's Dulmagus we're after. He's the one who cursed the princess and I, after all. He's the one who made us look so ridiculous. I had hoped Rylus might be able to help us locate him. But it seems we'll just have to track Dulmagus down by ourselves. With Rylus gone, we have nothing further to gain from staying here. Let's be on our way.
Wait! Please wait. I'm sorry to come running after you like this. It's just that I wanted to ask you a favor.
Are you not afraid of me, young lady?
I dreamt about you. I dreamt that some people came to town with a strange creature. It was sort of halfway between a human and a monster. And I dreamt that they could make wishes come true.
A strange creature? Are you referring to me?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
Not to worry. I've had worse things said to me today. You know, you remind me of my Medea. You're about the same age. Anyway, you say you had a dream about me. Most peculiar.
I'm sorry. I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Valentina, daughter of the great fortune teller Kalderasha. If you could just come to my house, I'll explain everything there. It's by the well at the far end of town. I'll be waiting for you.
What was she rabbiting on about? Come round my house, she says.
Magnificent! She wasn't afraid to look at me at all, not one bit. Oh, she reminds me of my Medea. We must give this young girl a helping hand. Right then, my boy. Go and find the house by the well and see what it is she wants. Me? I'll wait here with the princess. We don't want to cause any more of a stir.
All right, so at this time, we're going to swing back up around here and go back by where the pub was. Except instead of going to the pub, we're going to swing out here to the left, and we're just going to keep going back. There's the well. This is the house we're going. I'm going to jump into the well now. So some of the towns you go to, you can actually, in villages, you can jump into their wells, and then you might find some goodies. And in this case, we have a chest. We are not unable to open all chests. We got us a leather shield. I'm not going to equip it right now because I'm going to equip it later when we really need it. But for your playing purposes, I would equip it right away just to get in the habit of doing that. Some chests you need a magic key. There are other types of keys that you can get in the game. A thief's key, we'll get at a later time. And then there are blue chests that are in the world, which we'll see soon as well. And those blue chests, after you reach a certain level, spawn after you go through a full day cycle, which the game does have a day and night cycle that comes up relatively quick.
You came. I'm so sorry. I must have drifted off. How rude of me. I wanted to ask you a favor about this crystal ball. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Perhaps I should start from the beginning? Of course. Let me explain. My father, Kalderasha, was once a really famous fortune teller. Lost treasure, missing people. There was nothing the great Kalderasha couldn't help people with. But then one day, he lost his powers. All of a sudden, nothing he foretold turned out to be true anymore. It's probably because he stopped using a real crystal ball. This glass ball isn't...
Valentina, what is going on here?
He doesn't look too happy, does he? He never looks happy.
How many times have I told you not to touch my crystal ball?
Well?
What? Aren't you that boy from the pub? What brings you here? Ah, never mind. I do not know what my daughter has asked you, but you can forget it. I do not need your help. I am fine as I am. I am going to bed. Valentina, say your farewells and show our young visitor to the door.
I'm sorry about my father. But whatever he says, he's the one who's really suffering since he lost his powers. That's why I wanted to ask you this favor. Can you find him a crystal ball? One that's big enough to bring back his powers?
You know what? Let's do it.
Really? You will? Oh, this is exactly how it all happened in my dream. So far, everything's come true. I also dreamt that there's a crystal ball hidden deep inside the cave, under the big waterfall to the south of town. I suppose only the daughter of the great Kalderasha could know a thing like that.
Alright, so we've been told what we need to do. We're going to go to the waterfall to the south of town. So we're going to go back to the way we came. We're going to take the fastest way out of here. Go through this door, which is not towards the south. Actually, it's towards the northwest, if you will, as far as the map orientation goes.
I see.
I see.
Magnificent! Such devotion to her father. I'm impressed. Just how a daughter should be.
My goodness.
And if this Kalderasha gets his powers back, there's nothing he can't find, am I right? Then we'll kill two birds with one stone. If everything goes according to plan, we'll find out where that hateful Dulmagus is. The time's getting on. Medea and I will stay outside. That's the last time we set foot in a barbaric town like this. But you should spend the night at the inn and rest well, so that you're ready to take on the world tomorrow. In the morning, we leave for the Waterfall Cave.
All right, so we're going to get to see the inn, and we'll get the few items that is in the inn. Typically, I am going to grab the items that are in my vicinity of where I'm at for purposes to get you a perspective in this game on how to play it. I'll show you in this inn some of the things you can look out for, and then the rest I'm going to leave up to you when you play the game. So here we are. Anyway, have a safe trip. Just a kind of a little golden nugget that we have in this game. As you see to the left behind this guy, there's a golden slime. So just remember where those things are, because later in the game, if you choose to do the codec side quests, you'll need to take a picture of that slime and then eventually bring that picture back to the person that runs the codec side quests. We're not going to be doing all of the codec side quests, but we'll capture one here and there as we pass it and get a few cool items. Anyway, let's get started. So turn around. These pots give me nothing, so I'm just going to pop straight up to the top. And if we get up over here, if you open up closets, open up every closet that you can. If you go across, you can get items. There we got a thing of holy water. We got the set of plain clothes. So it gives me a little bit of strength there. We got a chest we can try to open. Chimera wing. So that allows me to zoom or transport or teleport to a known location that I've recently visited, or the last location I visited. Bookshelves. Make sure that you stop by and look at all the bookshelves, because you might be able to find recipes or certain nuggets in there that'll help you traverse through the game. So when you click onto it with your A button, you just read through. It's a quarterly journal called The King of Adventure. Getting ready to head out on your first exciting journey into this wonderful world of ours. Here's a tip for all of you novice explorers. On your travels, always keep an eye out for treasure chests in unexpected places. Who left them there? Who cares? It's finders keepers in the wild world of adventuring. Think of them as divine gifts from the great goddess, placed there just for you. In any event, you'll find plenty of interesting loot in treasure chests, so keep your senses sharp and your eyes peeled. So, nice little nugget there to keep a lookout for treasure chests. We'll look in here. We have a cypress stick that is a weapon, and we'll look at those things in my inventory here in the near future. Also, you have these bags on the side wall. Now, in Dragon Quest XI, you also have those bags on the side wall, but you can't access them. In this game, Dragon Quest VIII, you can. And that's all we got here. So there's really nothing else we need to do. We're going to earn gold pretty quick. We're at 114 gold. When I start the grind session, I'll get up pretty quick. I might buy a few things just to kind of get me a little bit more beefed up as I transition. But we're not going to go out this main, or the side gate here. We're going to go out the main gate that we originally came in, which is over here. And we are ready to go and start traveling out and about. So another cutscene.
I was starting to think you'd got lost.
I was too busy talking to you guys.
Right. Let's go to the Waterfall Cave and see if we can find that crystal ball. Medea and I will be right behind you. If you have any trouble, feel free to consult us. Away we go.
And now we have control. So I'm going to fight a couple battles for you, and then from there, I'll let you know when, but then I'm going to just grind. We'll fast forward through to it and get you to the Waterfall Cave, which you can see is in the background. So we're going in that direction. But if I pan to the left here, I'm just going to roll out here. There is a blue chest. If you click into it, hit your A button, you'll get whatever's inside, and then once you get to a certain point in the game, that chest will respawn with stuff in it. The red looking chests, once you get it, that's it. You won't get those items anymore. But let's grind a couple enemies here. We got this little cat. So this right here, oh, we got lips too. So we have a, we're going to fight, and we can attack the lips and the candy cats. The lips does more damage, and the candy cats actually doesn't always attack. So I'm going to start with the lips and knock that dude out, and then we'll focus those candy cats. Once I finish this fight, we'll go up another 1 or 2 levels. I'll do one more fight for you, and then we're going to zoom through this game pretty quick. Pun intended. And one more blast. And there it is. Watch me level up. The enemies are defeated. Each party member receives 70 experience and 110 gold. So a couple more battles like this and we can buy some stuff from the shop. I just jumped up 2 levels just for that one battle. That's sweet. So I got 5 maximum hit point increase, 5 maximum magic power increase. These are, or I'm sorry, 9. This is permanent increases, by the way. So now I'm leveling up. My strength goes up. So all these are permanent. So strength goes up 3, wisdom 2, agility 2, resilience 1. I learn a new spell. That's heal, and that's going to replace those medicinal herbs. But we're still going to collect them for now. I also learned squelch, and squelch helps me out with healing myself from poison. So if I ever get poisoned, the lips can lick me in the face and poison me, for example. I get 8 skill points. Now what I can do is move them down where I want. I got the swords. I can go from level 1 through 10. Eventually we're going to do swords, but the swords will be the third thing that we buff up. The first thing we're going to buff up all the way, or at least until level 59 points, or level 8 for the lightning thrust, is going to be spears. But we're going to go to courage first, and we're going to get that zoom with the first 8. So we're going to go ahead and knock in these first 8. We're going to take the 1 out of fisticuffs. So now I got zoom access. And then from there, we're going to build spears all the way until we get to 59. Courage, well, we may do courage up to 28 to get the holy protection. And then spears to 59. But we're definitely going to get to 12 so we can get the thunder thrust. The thunder thrust is just a smaller version of the lightning thrust. It has less chances that it can hit. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. Geronimo's courage increases. He gains the courage to set forth in his journey. Geronimo learns zoom. So now we can transport back to locations that we have visited. And every time we visit a new place, it will populate in our areas where we can go to. Oh, Youngest went up 2. Great. He's going to be bopping people. We're not going to look through all that. He gets 4. So with Yangus, we're definitely going to get him to the hill, which is number 10, and then we're going to focus building up axes. And so let's get him to that hill. Yangus' humanity increases. He becomes a soft-hearted soul. He learns the whistle. And the whistle kind of helps him fight into some battles. All right, let's fight one more, and then we're going to fast forward through this. Oh, I saw another blue chest there. Grab that one too. So now we're going to fight the satire first, then the lips, and then the slime in that order. Alright, easy win. We should go up another level. Alright, we got 1 level. We're going to skip the points this time. We're not worried about 2 points. We'll come back to it. We're not worried about those points. We'll come back to it. Alright, let's go down and get that blue chest. Get another item added to our inventory. 150 gold. That'll help me out. That puts me already at 504 gold. All right, folks, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fast forward through here, and I will see you guys first. We're going to stop and buy some things just to show you how to do that. So I'll slow it down when we get to there, and then we'll fast forward again. And then we're going straight to the Waterfall cave, and we're going to finish this grind out. So enjoy. Watch the quick fast forward time lapse, and we'll see you at the item shop and the weapon shop and armor shop when we get our character beefed up. Enjoy watching the grind on Fast Forward. All right, folks, we are back and we're getting ready to buy a couple things. So we have our item shops that we can go to. If we just get into here and click buy, we can buy medicinal herbs, antidotal herbs, chimera wings, and plain clothes. We're not going to buy those. Go to this other shop. Not every place has two shops, but you know, something's been bothering me. There was a strange man here before. He was dressed like a jester, so I thought maybe he was some kind of traveling entertainer, but there was something creepy about him. I was a lot more worried about him than about that funny-looking monster we had in here before. That is for sure. Must be talking about King Trode. Alright, so we're moving on. We're going to go over here this way. We got our armor place, so this is where we're going to buy our armor shop. So here we can pick up what we want. So what I can do is, if you can see right here on our screen, I have the bandit grass skirt for 35 gold. If you look to the right, Yengus is already equipped with it, and he's got 19 defense with it. And then I have none carried in my bag, and as you can see, Geronimo, my hero, cannot equip this item. So it kind of helps you map out what you should buy or when you should buy it. We got the wafers closed, so it gives an increase for both characters if I choose to buy it. And then I have the leather armor. Well, Yengus cannot equip the leather armor, but he does have an increase with the wafer clothes. So what we're going to do is going to buy a wafer clothes. We're going to give that. We're going to hit a set of wafer clothes. That'll be 70 gold coin, please. Yes. Who will carry the goods? I'm going to give it to Yengus. Now when I put this, I want to equip it. Yes. And that's it. Is there anything else I can buy? Yeah, I want to buy leather armor. Who's going to equip that? Yeah, Geronimo, the hero, who will carry the goods. We're going to do Geronimo. Would you like to equip this? Yep. We got a leather shield, and as you can see to the right, I have one in the bag. But just so we have it, I will purchase one and give it to Yengus. And then I'll just put the one in the bag onto Geronimo. We have a leather hat, and Yengus is already equipped with it, but Geronimo's not. So we're going to pop that leather hat into Geronimo. And it replaces his bandana. So now while I'm here, I can sell things, but we're not going to sell right now, and I'll explain why later. But I'm going to go into my items. I'm going to go into the bag. I'm going to go to the leather shield, and I'm going to transfer it to Geronimo, where I'm going to get a plus 27 in defense. So now it's going to make me be able to sustain a little bit longer whenever I fight some more stronger monsters out there. So I'm going to go to my bag, and now I'm going to take my bandana, and I'm going to transfer it to my bag, just to get it out of my inventory. Transfer it to bag. I'm going to go over to Yengus, and I'm going to transfer his bandit skirt to the bag. And now I'm going to go to the bag, and we got medicinal herbs. We got 4 of them. So I'm going to give 2 to Geronimo. And remember, Geronimo also has the heal spell. Yengus doesn't. So just in case Geronimo gets wiped out for some odd reason, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 medicinal herbs into Yengus, so Yengus can sustain. Now, I don't like the way my bag is organized, and as we get more stuff in there, the bag is pretty much unlimited. You can put as much as you want in there. So what I would do is go down to sort bags contents, and I would sort them by type, and it goes left to right, top to bottom. So I sort by type. Yep. And now I go back to the bag, and now all my weapons are together, my armor is together, and my items are together. And so you find what works best for you, but that's how I get it going. All right, let's go ahead and go to the up these stairs here. We're going to hit the weapon shop, and then we're going straight to the waterfall. Being I'm passing these, I'm going to go ahead and grab them. And armor shop is here. So you can see there's 2 chests back there. Unfortunately, we can't access those yet because we need a special key for it. We'll come back to that later. But let's talk to this guy. We're going to buy. So I'm looking here to the right and seeing how much it helps him go up. So if he gets a giant mallet, that will increase his damage by 41. So guess what? We're going to get that. We're going to give it to Yangus. Yep, we're going to equip now. We're going to go ahead and get a copper sword. We'll go ahead and give that to the hero. We're going to go ahead and equip it now. And then we're going to do a boomerang. You notice the copper sword gets 32 and the boomerang gets 38. Boomerang is actually much stronger. And what's really cool about the boomerang, and we're going to go ahead and equip it now, is the boomerang will actually attack everybody that you run into. So if you have 2 different groups of enemies, some weapons will only attack one group at a time or an individual. The boomerang will hit everything in the party, and the damage gets less as the boomerang flies through the party. We'll get to see that in action here in a moment. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and exit out of there. Once again, I'm going to adjust my inventory. I'm going to leave the copper sword in there because I may need to use it in a battle and switch between the boomerang and the copper sword. Yangus, I'm going to move the Oaken Club out of here. Bag, boom. And then I'm going to take in the bag this other medicinal herb that we got. And I'm going to move it to Yangus so he has just an extra one until he gets a heal. Once he gets a heal, I won't worry about putting medicinal herbs in Yangus' his inventory. Alright, so we're going to get out of here. So in order to save the game, you have your one save that you can do, which is a quick save. We'll do that before we fight the boss, but we're going to go ahead and save in here. Any chapel, church that you go to, you should be able to save the game. Before we save, we're going to grab what's in the back, but you would come up and talk to them and do your confession, and then you would be allowed to save. So we're going to go back here, grab a couple items, and then we will save, and then we'll get to the fight. So, got a little fire there. Can't pick anything up there, but you can pick this up. What? We got another medicinal herb. You can read books if they're available. Pick them up. It appears to be an old journal of some kind. The great wizard finally reached Farebury after a long and arduous journey. Welcome such a great sage to our town is a truly unparalleled honor. Long may the sage and his descendants stay in the town of Farebury. Huzzah! Really short book. Some of your books, there will be nothing important to read, so that'll be fine. Save you a little bit of time as you're grinding the game. Let's grab this. Let's grab this. Nothing. Let's grab this. What? A pot lid? Well, there's something cool about the pot lid. And then we got this treasure chest. Let's open it. What? It's locked? I can't open it. So very similar to in the weapon shop. So we're going to go to items. We're going to bag. We're going to go to pot lid. Transfer. Well, you can see down in the very bottom it says pot lid cannot be equipped. But Yangus, it can be equipped, but it's only worth 23. So we're not going to equip it. We're just going to leave it. We may use that later for a special occasion. So we're going to go back here. We're going to meet up with the priest. Faithful servant of the goddess, how may our church assist you? As you can see to the right, we're both on level 8, and we got 345 experience to go to reach level 9 for the hero, and 306 for Yangus. We're going to confession, save. Confess all that you've done before the almighty goddess child. And would you permit me to record your works in an adventure log? Yes, please. Which adventure log do you wish for me to save to? So you can see to the top, I have this one that I have all these levels built up on with 12 hours played. We're going to drop down here to this one that has 0 hours played, and we're going to take that one over. Yes, in that case, I must overwrite. Do you wish to proceed? Yes. Saving. So it's saving to my SD card. I've successfully recorded your adventure in the log. Do you intend to continue your adventure at this point, my child? This is a good point to say no. Let me take a break and I'll come back in the game. Or you can say yes. In our case, we're going to say yes because we need to get through the Waterfall Cave and finish this episode out. So we got that in there. Please take care, my child. May the goddess watch over thee. All right, folks. From this point, I'll see you at the Waterfall Cave. Alright folks, we're back at the Waterfall Cave, and here we go. Let's get inside.
It looks like we found it. Naturally, I'd love to come in with you, but I couldn't possibly put Medea in danger. I'm sure you'll do a fine job of finding the crystal ball without us. We'll be waiting here. You be careful in there.
So we'll go through a couple monsters in here. Just so you know, everywhere you go, whether it's out in the open in the region, like the Farebury region or where we're going next to, or you're inside a cave or a special dungeon, you get credit for all the monsters that you kill and enemies killed in that region or that area. So if you've killed monsters in the region, and they're similar or the same monster is also in a special place like a cave or a dungeon, you'll get credit for those monsters for the cave or dungeon as well. So it's a good way to find your way checklisting. If you're one of those that are looking for trophies and you're trying to complete all the monsters or all the items list, that's one of the ways that you would do that. In the PlayStation 2 version, there are no enemies populated up like what I see here moving around. You actually get random encounters and that's it. But with the 3DS, you can skip and move around those random encounters. Now, as you can see here, I'm getting ready to fight. You see there's a group of these, there's one Draki, and two slimes. The two slimes are considered a group. Each one of the Drakis is just an individual enemy that you're attacking. So if I had, let's say, a whip, for example, and I used the whip, if I went for the first Draki, the whip would only attack the first Draki. Second Draki, same thing. But if I used the whip to attack the slimes, the whip would actually hit both of the slimes, with the first slime that it hits being the largest power spike, and then the second slime would be a little lower of a power spike on the hit. The boomerang operates similar, but it will actually strike through all the champions. So when I hit attack, it's going to, instead of letting me just choose a champion, it already knows the boomerang is going to slice through all of them, hopefully killing some, if not all of them. So I'm going to hit attack. And then for Yangus, he's going to attack individually to any one of these enemies. I'm going to put him on the last enemy because I'm hoping that the boomerang is strong enough to at least take the first three out. And then if there's a little bit left on that last one, Yangus will finish him off. This is a strategy that you can use in the game. After this, I'm going to fast forward through this dungeon and get us to the boss, and we're going to get out of here. There's a couple chests that I'll hit up, but we already have items to support that. So there's no real reason for us to know where everything is at. You can just see it as watch the playthrough fast. We'll see you at the boss. And as you can see, one swipe of the boomerang and they're all down. Oh, one last thing before we head towards the boss. You need to be a minimum of level 5 when you face this boss. We are level 9, which is part of that grind process to get us through faster. So we should be able to mow that boss down with no time. All right, let's go. Okay, folks, we are back. So we are now getting ready to fight the boss. First things first, hitting the X button, we're going to go into our miscellaneous. especially if you're at level 5, you want to do this. So you go to your quick save. We want to save in the quick save log. So record your adventure in the quick save log, overriding any pre-existing quick save data. Now remember, your other character or your other game that you may have saved might have a quick save there. So once you do this, you're going to override it. So as you notice, my other hero or champions or characters were at level 99. If I hit yes to this, it'll overwrite that quick save. Not the main one, not the main save, let you do at the church, but the quick save, because there's only one quick save spot. So we're going to hit yes, pre-save the game. Quick save log created. Do I want to continue my adventure? Very similar to going to the church with the priest. And yes. And let's get to it. So now, if you lose the game, you just restart and then start from your quick save and not from your normal profile. All right, let's get this crystal ball. Crystal ball is suspended in the air. Reach out and take it, of course. This monster is a character.
Surprise! Surprise! Meet Geyzer. I am the master of this waterfall. Oh, how long it's been? How many people have gone and come? 10 long years and more. I've waited 10 years, I tell you. All the time hoping for the left one. I mean, the right one to come. But enough with the introductions. Now, for the truement of Moose. Does this Bristol call crystal ball belong to you? At
Yes, it does.
At last we fit mace to mace. You half-wit human.
The irony.
Now I'll teach you a moron. I mean a lesson you won't forget.
And we're going to get into this. So if you're playing at the lower level 5, it's going to be a little bit tougher to fight, but what you want to do is focus on your hero, in this case Geronimo is your healer, and just let Yangus go to work. Now this enemy throws a curse mist, and it kind of binds the Yangus up, so you may have to use your hero to do some bruiser damage in here while simultaneously you're trying to heal. Now, part of the game is Journey of the Cursed King. Well, the hero here cannot be cursed. It's the only thing that he is immune to curse the entire game. So the curse don't affect him during this fight. So anticipate that and plan for it accordingly. Now, let's get to the fight. So I'm using a boomerang. Many other fights I would actually unequip the boomerang and put more of a melee item that I can just go to town on. So you see through a curse that hit Yangus but didn't hit the hero. So Yangus can't move, but the hero can. Oh, he bopped Yangus pretty good. So even at a level 11 and 10, he's still coming in pretty strong and hot. So you can just imagine level 14 being a little hard to do. You know, as Yangus keeps getting cursed, the hero doesn't. I may be able to finish him off with this. And we do. So it was relatively easy, but of course I grinded level 10 and 11 respectively really quick. So Geyzer is defeated. Geyzer. Each party receives 10,070 or 16 experience points, and the party obtains 1620 gold. This is 10 times more than what you would have gotten without the mod. I go up a level 11. I get max. So when you level up in the 3DS, you actually go to full health and full magic power every time. So you don't need to go back. Whereas in the PlayStation 2 version and the mobile version, you actually have to go back to the town and sleep in the inn in order to heal and replenish your magic. Something to keep in mind when you're playing the game. Yangus went up to level 12. 7 skill points. We'll keep crushing them out. So we got a Seed of Strength. So the Seed of Strength permanently increases my strength, whichever character I decide to use that with. We'll use those later.
Oh, the pain, the pain. Oh, my old wound. Ever since I got this, I've not been right quite. And it's all because of you. What? You don't know what I'm talking about? Then you're not the true owner of this crystal ball. No, the shame, the shame. So strong. Strong enough to withstand my fearsome might. You are no Tortune fella. Wait, could you be... The Waterfall rears many humors, you know. I hear that a castle called Trode has been cursed. That it was overrun by thorns. And that only one person inside survived. He set off on a journey, leading a course and heart with a lone driver. As I thought, that was you! I don't know what you want with this crystal ball, but it's yours now. I accept the hands. Or is it defeat? One last thing. Should you meet the true owner of this crystal ball, tell him this from me. Don't throw things in the FALLWATER! So, where they fell, oh, the pain, the pain of my old wound. Oh.
Alright, so we're going to go back to the Great Kalderasha. How we get out of these places, now that I have it available, I'm going to evac, and then I'm going to zoom to Farebury, and then go visit the Great Kalderasha and finish out this episode. So here we go. We'll see you back at Farebury. Alright folks, we are back. Let's talk to the Great Kalderasha.
I knew you would return before long. And it seems you have done as Valentina asked. You see, even with a glass ball, the great Kalderasha's eyes see further than you realize. But you are meddling in matters that do not concern you. And you are wasting your time. You can bring back my crystal ball as many times as you like. I will just throw it away again. What? Don't throw things in the waterfall. It might open up an old wound. What on earth are you talking about? Enough. Listen to me. No one knows why I threw away my crystal ball. Even Valentina has no idea. I'm not about to confide in a stranger. Give it to me! This time I will smash it into 1,000,000 pieces, so it never finds its way back to me again!
Stop! Please stop, Father! I know. I've known for ages. I know why you threw away your crystal ball.
You know? So you know about your real parents?
Yes. And I don't blame you for their death.
Why not? How can you not blame me, Valentina? How can you not hate me?
Because you were just fortune-telling. Just doing what you do best. I was too young to remember, but you were once a truly great fortune-teller, weren't you, Father? No one knew where my parents had fled to, but to you, it was as clear as day.
Ah. Back then, there was nothing I could not see. The great Kalderasha was known all over the world. I was walking on air. Fortune-telling was my life. It was my soul. I thought only of myself, be they good or bad. I cared not who asked me to use my crystal ball. I lived for the vision.
It's all right, Father. You're a good man. You took me in and raised me, didn't you? When I was just a helpless baby. I want to see it for myself. I want to see the great Kalderasha in all his glory. I want to see your magnificent powers at work again, Father.
Oh, my sweet Valentina.
All right, so we're going to wake back up in their house. We took a nap there. I have control of my character. Just push my A button and get going. I'm going to go downstairs, trigger another scene, and we're going to get moving on. And that'll be the end of this episode.
So, you are awake at last. It is already past midday. You must have been exhausted. I must thank you and your friend. Look, I have put my crystal ball back where it belongs. Many years have passed since I gazed into the crystal like this. I have to thank you for returning it to me. What is this? Yes, I see it. There is a jester breaking through the southern checkpoint. Yes, the mists are clearing.
A jester, huh?
And the same jester murdered Master Rylos.
What? There we go, the plot thickens. So the jester murdered Master Rylos.
Yes, the mists are clearing. Can it be? Surely not. He has changed. But there can be no mistake. It has to be Master Rylos' former pupil, Dulmagos.
So, the jester is Dulmagos. What?
What?
Look at all Yangus.
Gov! He said Dolmagus, right? That's
Sounds
our
like Jason
man.
Statham.
That's the evil magician you and the old granddad are after, innit? So where'd he go after that? What else can you deduct?
What else? Let me look deeper. Huh? What's this? Yes, no question. This is definitely my old crystal ball, but look here. It has been chipped. Huh. It must have hit something very hard to do this damage. And look, someone has scratched some letters next to the chip. What? Half-wit? Who's the half-wit? What ignorant lowlife would do this to my crystal ball?
You what? When I ask what else you could see, I didn't mean on the ball, I meant in the ball. Whatever, I'll come and gov. Hang on a minute, wait.
All right, folks, we're going to come out this way over by the or the weapon shop. We're going to go down through the main entrance. Got one more cutscene.
So, what happened? Did you do what the young girl asked? Well?
So explain a little bit what's going on here.
What? Dulmagus killed Master Rylus? The same Dulmagus we're looking for? That fiend killed his own teacher?
Sure did.
And you say he headed south? Then there's no time to lose. We must go after him at once. Let's be on our way.
And folks, that'll do it for us. So we're going to go ahead, as always, do our quick save. We're going to overwrite where we were, kind of like what we did before boss. We are not going to continue this adventure. This is going to be our time to sign off. So with that, we are signing off. Once again, thank you guys. This is going to be the longest video that we do, one of the longest, and there might be one or two more like this, but everything else will be much shorter. And if you don't mind, I'm going to click over here. Let me get this game turned off, and bam. All right, folks. Just keep in mind that we are going to have a lot more shorter videos. We'll get more to points directly. You have the baseline on how to play this game, and we'll touch up on key points along the way. Remember, this is not comprehensive, so we're not going to go over everything, and we're not going to try to find every item in the game. We're just going to get you through the rest of the storyline. So look forward to the next videos that drop down. They're going to be a lot shorter, and they're going to be more tailored to get through certain scenarios relatively quick, and then move you to the next video. If you have any questions or anything, don't hesitate to leave some comments down below. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe down below, tap that notification bell. That way you'll get a drop whenever this video or any other videos I may be doing come down. This is part of the Geronimo Network, and just a little tidbit more, being this is already a long video. With the Geronimo Network, we're going to have some more stuff coming from other channels that I do, whether it be with food or adventuring, music. Music's going to be a big one that we're going to post up. I have some projects in the work that I'll be posting up to there pretty soon and get those channels rolling up. Most of those channels are already created. I'm just waiting to launch that content, so just be on the lookout. But other than that, loved having you guys here. I loved sharing this. Like I said, my favorite franchise, one of my favorite games in the JRPG genre. And other than that, Geronimo's out, man. Peace. We'll see you guys on the flip side.